All right, everyone, welcome back into another NFL DFS video. Going to be breaking down the Sunday night showdown slate between the New England Patriots and the LA Chargers. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, guys, I will say this is a pretty interesting one, okay? Decent game, total 46 total points. It is a game in which the Patriots are going to be 3.5-point favorites. The issue that we have is, who the heck do we play for the Patriots besides Drake May, honestly? And for the Chargers, basically the exact same question. And besides Justin Herbert, who the heck are we playing? They are two of the most tough teams in terms of predictability. That being said, that is where we are going to get some pretty interesting lineups as well. So I don't think we're going to get anything out of looking at, the game total or point spread. This is going to be a slate that comes down to just roster construction in general. But it also might come down to whether or not Omarion Hampton ends up being active or not. All right. He is currently questionable. If he were to sit, I think we end up just playing Kamani Vidal, because he would end up being just way too cheap and it'd end up being the easy click. Okay, he's priced at 5.4. Like, you could even play him in the captain spot. That would open up a lot. On top of that, we also have Booty as well for the Patriots, who is expected to play. And if he does play, he's a decent flex play. I could almost argue he would end up being a better captain only type choice, where if you are playing him, you would only want to play him in the captain spot because he holds that much upside. And, we know the downside's like 4, like this outcome. But we also do know he has 20-point upside. And so, he is basically the perfect captain only type play, where if you're getting your exposure to him, you're going to be way overweight on the field captain-wise. You're going to be way underweight flex-wise. I don't hate that idea as well. And so I do want to start off with the Chargers because I think they're a little bit easier to break down. I do think we are just playing Justin Herbert, guys. He projects to get right around 18 points here. Okay, so yeah, him and Drake May is basically the exact same. He's a slightly better value than Drake May. And so I do think we want to be playing him. He does draw a little bit of a difficult matchup, but he does rush the football enough to the point where I think we're going to be fine. Even if he gives us 15 or so DFS points, I think that'll end up being enough for us on the slate. The question after that becomes, who else do we play for them, right? Hampton, I probably won't be on Hampton all too much, especially if he's a little bit banged up. Like, Vidal might be in play just in general. I mentioned we could easily be playing him in the captain spot if Hampton were out or even limited. That being said, I don't think we really want to mess with Vidal that much, just in general, if it is going to be Hampton and Vidal, but he's someone in play. But that's a guessing game right now. Lad McConkey, we really don't know what to expect from him. The player that I actually like the most, and I hate his price tag, he's someone that for the main slate, 3-game slate, I was on a decent amount, or am on a decent amount, because his price tag was too low. It seems like they have corrected that here with the showdown pricing, because he should be where he's priced here. Okay, him and McConkey, it has basically been a toss-up between which one of those two would end up going off. Now, it is the playoffs, and I do think that Keenan Allen will end up getting a little bit more snaps, and if he does end up getting that amount of work, then he ends up being a pretty solid value here at this price tag. But none of these three are must-plays. I just think overall, maybe we do a rule here that when our lineup includes Justin Herbert, and we don't even need to do this because it already is going to naturally happen, but we could just say when a lineup includes Justin Herbert, maybe in the captain spot, or we reverse it. When a lineup has Justin Herbert in the flex, then we get to some of the other players in the captain spot, but it would be Keenan Allen. It would be, I'll just show you guys the thought process here. It would be Keenan Allen, it would be Johnston, and it would be Ladd. And we could do at most or exactly 1 or at most 2 of those in all the builds. Again, we are already inherently going to be stacking the quarterback with the pass catcher, but I really don't mind that. And I know advice-wise, I kind of hate giving that advice because I would like to give you guys something definitive, but it is just a guessing game. I can't control that. Gadsden's probably properly priced as well. I would say I would rather play Johnston than him. I feel like touchdown wise, it is, if there's going to be a passing touchdown, I kind of like it being Gadsden or Johnston. Is kind of my point. He's a little too cheap. I don't mind the idea of getting to Cameron Dicker, although lately he has not been kicking field goals. So again, it is very tough to be on like the Chargers. That being said, when we go ahead and get into the Patriots, that's going to be the exact same case, guys. Okay. Again, we're probably playing Drake May, although he does draw a difficult matchup. And then we look at the running backs. Like, the running backs have both been productive. Their lines are basically the same property wise, guys. And so it is a guessing game. And if we pull up the projections Henderson projects for the most points, but Stevenson is a little bit cheaper, thus he is a better value. And they have been splitting the work, and I would argue that Stevenson has a better chance of scoring a touchdown. And although his work has been limited, we're seeing maybe 10 opportunities, I do think he has a better chance of scoring a touchdown. That being said, I think the top play is going to be their kicker here. Like, other than Drake May, I think this is the next best click. But with Drake May, I kind of think we just have to go with the rule of, all right, we're going to get to Diggs, we're going to get to Booty. If Booty's out, maybe we can think about Douglas a little bit. But I just think that's what we're doing. I mean, Douglas and Kyle Williams are a little bit cheap, but I don't like that. I think that ends up being kind of brutal to do that. And so like, this is kind of the base of which I'm building from, which is ugly. I hate this. This is terrible. So if we're playing Diggs though, like you probably would just end up wanting to play Keenan Allen as well. That's just how the slate's going to go. And so maybe play Keenan Allen in the captain spot, and then we have 7.2 left over. Johnston. That's an okay build. We're getting this Justin Herbert double stack. Don't mind that. Obviously we're not playing one of the running backs, so that's fine. We're into Diggs and Drake May, and then we're getting to the kicker. So drives are stalling out. We're not betting on the running backs to score touchdowns basically there. I'm okay with that. This lineup holds logic, but it's an ugly lineup. It's terrible. And so I'll show you guys some of the lineups I've been able to make, and it's okay, but you're not going to like them. It's basically the general conclusion I've been able to come to. I'll show you guys the total projected ownership. This is based off of the main slate ownership. The showdown ownership will update after the early game kicks off, just as an FYI. But it has Hunter Henry in the captain spot, then Diggs, then Hampton, then Henderson, McConkey, and Allen. Obviously, we would want to get to the quarterbacks. I think that's definitely a rule that I'm setting for sure. Here, I'll do optional. We're going to do at least one of Drake May and then Justin Herbert. I mean, we're for sure doing at least one of in all of our builds. I think we want to get to two of them, but we're definitely doing that. And so then the top total projected lineup would be Herbert, Diggs, Hampton, Henry, Keenan, and Gadsden. Again, I like this. I like that we're getting to two pass catchers with Herbert in the captain spot. Same thing here with Drake May, Diggs, and Hunter Henry. I'm okay with that. But again, you're not going to love the builds that you create. That's just not going to be a thing. But guys, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's give a slow clap for Jalen Coker for going off for us for the Saturday slate. That was awesome. Ended up being a free square prop betting wise for us, and then DFS wise, he came in at like 6% own on the main slate, which I'm happy for. I thought he was kind of an easy lineup starting point. So there we go, Coker. Way to go off for us. Nice way to start off the playoffs. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Appreciate you being here. Good luck with all your lineups. And as always, let's keep cashing.